Chiquinha, Chiquinha.
Go check out the room.
Chiquinha.
Okay, I'm the content creator for this channel. If you like what I'm doing, just subscribe and then also hit the that little bell. That means you're gonna get notified of other videos that I do. Okay, so I'm in a part of Macau. This up here is the theater. It's a very beautiful area. And I could go up that way, but I'm gonna explore a little bit. So I'm gonna start walking down down one of these roads. But if you go up there, there's some really beautiful Portuguese areas, Portuguese architecture. But today I'm gonna be trying to find a place called Barra. And it's this one, where this story begins. So, okay. So I'll just kind of take you on a trip of what it looks like walking through Macau. So basically a lot of these kind of canyons of streets. They're probably about 4 stories high, 5 stories high, sorry. But you can see it right there. So you can see ground, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes they even have a 6th. They'll build different stuff up on top. I think the top floors are illegal. And it looks like they're a little bit uneven. So, okay. I think we're gonna see if we can get across here. So, okay, this is a Chinese restaurant, Dragon restaurant. So we're just gonna try to find this bar because there's a place called Scripter Road Literary Festival. Last 7 years it was in a different location, and this year it's in a brand new place. It's called the Navy Yard 2. So I don't know how easy it'll be to find it, but so street signs like that in Macau. Okay. Okay. So I will just take you on a tour of whatever I see as well, so you can get a sense of what Macau looks like. Let's see. I think right here we're coming up on. I think it's just a tourist right there. St. Lawrence's Church. It's right there. Street signs, so it's kind of built for tourists. You got it in Chinese. Seminary. So on the other side is a nice library. I actually don't come over on this side very often. This side of that seminary. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I should go this way or this way. I've actually never seen that McDonald's over there, so I'm kind of curious. We'll walk this way. It's fun to see what that McDonald's. This is a neighborhood I don't really go to much at all, but I'm just trying to get to this area called Barra. But it's good because then I get to explore something a little bit different. I have been in this church before. We're kind of on the back side of it. So that's San Lorenzo, St. Lawrence. Keep a distance, wave, manter a distancia. Okay, so let's see, this is the McDonald's right here. I've never seen this one before. That's actually pretty photogenic. Very photogenic. So, okay. Street of the Baptist, something, Ignacio. Quite a few scooters on this street, eh? See, I'll park right there and. Okay, so we're basically gonna be walking towards Barra. So a lot of these kind of go up like a kind of a labyrinth of places you can. Okay, trees right there. Construction up there. Okay. Actually, I have been to this green building before. I just never came on this side of it before. I've been in Macau since 2013, and I thought I've been to almost everywhere, but there's little streets that you just don't really find yourself going on unless you have some specific reason. And the only specific reason today is I'm just trying to find a different route to Barra, which I'm walking to. Okay, so the Daiso. Okay, you kind of get a view for how unusual and interesting Macau is, though. Okay. Good barrio. Actually, I guess I haven't been in this particular spot. I thought I recognized this. I thought this green building was the backside of another building, but it might have the same same appearance, but it's a different place. And actually, I don't know where we're going to be going exactly. I think we're going to be going in a circle. This big courtyard right here has a big fence. So I don't know. Actually, it's kind of interesting because I think this is like a... Oh, this is kind of cool. This whole barrier. It's like it has some historic value to it. And this one, they just use it for laundry. I guess it's because this is kind of... I think the street is like self-contained. You know, like... you call those in the States? I can't remember the little circular drives, you know, where you just go, there's no reason to pass through it. So basically this is one of those. And this yellow wall, I think, has some historic value to it. Actually quite pretty if you capture it like that in a picture. So let's just see, this is basically where we just walked up. It's quite pretty as well, actually, a photogenic point of view. This rooftop is, looks like it's just, everything just kind of falls from above. Hello. Ni hao. Yeah. Let me see, we could go down this way. Let's keep going this way. That guy was pretty cool. He was really friendly, drinking a beer. I'm gonna flip the camera around because I think this is kind of a good picture like that, so now you can see me. See some kind of cool stuff like that too. So yeah, this is actually a good street for me. This one, this is Toys. So, okay. So yeah, pretty street, especially with this yellow, and I don't think many people would come down this one. So yeah, this is a good spot for me. So I'm just kind of going through Macau. I'm taking a route that I don't usually take, but I think it might be interesting on a touristic value of seeing what Macau has to offer here. This is pretty common right here. I'm gonna get a little closer. Patio de Horta. So you see a lot of this stuff, like little shrines, and it's like a little residential alley. A lot of apartments in this area, and they got all the incense ready. I'm surprised there's no incense going right now. That's where they usually would go. Okay, Nomad. So we're just gonna walk down it, and let's see. Actually, it's pretty cool, that yellow building right there. So okay, so we're just gonna keep on going, and I'm not exactly sure where we're gonna come out at, so, but it doesn't matter because the journey is just as interesting as the destination. Alright, I think we're gonna walk down this way. You can kind of get a little window into people's lives. Oh, this alley looks pretty cool right here. We're gonna walk down this alley. This looks very residential. So we're gonna walk down this and see where it goes. Yeah, it's actually quite residential in here. So a lot of people have scooters in here and park, and there's parking issues in Macau. So like to buy a parking space in Macau can cost like so like $250,000 American dollars, or 1/8 of $1 million, something like that. Like 150,000 to 250,000 American dollars to have a parking space for a car. Ooh, this might be a dead end. Oh no, I think it's gonna go around the corner. So so this is one way to get around that. You know, you can, I don't know what they pay for these parking spaces, but there's some pretty cool artwork right there. There's also a nice shrine right here too. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's go around this corner. Some artwork. It's okay, yeah, we're walking down this one. Okay, so we're coming out on the other side, so I don't know where we're coming out exactly, but we're kind of near Barra, which is what I wanted to find anyways. It's kind of a cool picture right there. Okay, so now we're in this area called Barra. And I'm gonna try to find the Script Road Literary Festival, where it's located at. I don't think it's gonna be very easy to do. Cool. Okay, so this is kind of cool right there, trying to get across as fast as I can. Okay, so this is kind of one of the main thoroughfares that goes right through. We're gonna try to find this place called Navy Yard 2. So what I'm gonna do is turn off the camera and try to find it. We'll see. And I'll turn the camera back on once I locate it. Okay, I'm kind of near the other venue, but this is kind of cool because it has like a Portuguese look to it. So I'm just gonna look at this real quick. In Cafe. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It looks very small and it has very Portuguese look. Oh, here we go. Here's the other side. So, okay. Alright, so I guess we gotta go this way, so we're gonna follow this way and try to find this venue. So, let's see. Okay. Tsingtao, sorry. Let's see, brewery for China. Here they usually drink more. They drink that here too, for sure. The one that I usually drink more here is called Superbock, which is a Portuguese beer, and I can find it in most places that I go to anyways. That's pretty cool right there, that building. So narrow. Okay. So they basically said just to go up the street and it shouldn't be too far from here, so we'll see. These buses, they say Bara on them, so that basically means that they're the final stop. So actually, we came down this road right here, so we might have came in a place that's okay. So this is kind of where our terminal bus stop is at. I should probably be somewhere else besides right here. I should probably be on either that side of the street. But I turn off the camera. Still trying to find it, but I'm gonna do a little detour because this is kind of an interesting spot right in here. Because this has all the Portuguese tiles, so you can see the black and white tiles, and then the yellow. I think the Opium Museum is somewhere in this area too. Not sure where. So we're gonna follow it down. I think there's some pretty good artwork right there. Amazing artwork. And on this corner too, I remember this, okay. I've taken pictures of this artwork before. It's beautiful. So, okay. Just put the camera like that, and then I can capture the artwork with myself in front of it, right? So maybe I should try to be a little bit more photogenic with my photos, trying to capture images that are very photogenic. That looks pretty photogenic right there. I bet this one would be photogenic from this angle right there. Yep, that looks pretty cool. All the way up the building. Okay, so that's a pretty interesting little area. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to find this Navy Yard 2. Look at that. It's pretty. Okay. Actually, I can see this would be photogenic right here too. That right there. Actually, the way they can capture these angles like this is pretty cool. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask around and try to find more of this location. I need to find the right person. So it means to see here's some food here. I see that kind of food. Well, it's here, but the one I just got attracted to is this one. It says Macau up there. Macau turtles. So I guess it's like a turtle or a pet store, I guess. With turtles out front. So, okay. Well, back on this main street, so okay, so we go by this fountain right here, and actually I just found out that we're going the wrong way. So I've never been going the right way, but when we got the instructions to go this way, that was the wrong direction. That's okay though. But this is a pretty beautiful area. And the first time I ever stayed in Macau, I stayed over there, Macau Masters Hotel. So my first exposure to the city was coming down to this park and kind of seeing the layout of Macau from that vantage point. So so I always like being in this spot because of that. So actually we have a little bit of a walk ahead of us. For like 10 or 12 minutes, so I'm not going to leave the camera on, but I'll just kind of give an update there. Okay. I'm navigating. Alright. I think I think it might be interesting enough to warrant leaving the camera on. I think you get a pretty good feel of Macau just by viewing the images anyways, so. Okay. Actually, this one was where I was at earlier, so that's right over there. And then I think when we're walking by that narrow building, which is right there, I'm gonna focus on that narrow building in a minute when I get in the front of it. You can get that perspective of it. Oh no, actually that's the narrow building over there. So you might have saw that earlier. I guess we'll just keep going. It's not that interesting if there's a lot of other stuff to see. These signs usually say keep Macau clean. But that symbol, I think that's the meaning of that symbol anyways. So, okay. So you keep on going here. So the thing about Macau is just kind of endless with the amount of variation of what I can capture and film. Actually, it's raining. It's another video that you're gonna see, or I'm not sure how I'm gonna place the videos, but I have one from about a week ago where I was going through here in the rain. So so you're gonna see that video as well. But this is the same place, and I was dodging in and out from underneath here. Pretty good. That's 60 baht for a haircut right there. Okay. Yeah, actually, if you're in this area when it's raining, you have quite a bit of places to stay out of the rain. But also the rain builds up in here too, so I was running through here with the camera a week ago, and it was kind of interesting because this is kind of, you know, the rain kind of comes down into this spot, so it's kind of a refuge from the rain if you don't have an umbrella, and I usually don't carry one. Traditional medicine shop. Traditional medicine shops are not that common in mainland China, so but here they preserve a lot of the older Chinese culture. They didn't have the different okay. So we're going to be coming up on a very touristy area called Amma Temple. This is not it, this is another temple. It's also beautiful too. I actually look for some of my other videos because sometimes I go in these and explore them, but I like to get permission if I do. And time-wise, I kind of want to keep my focus. Okay. Okay, so now we're kind of on a massive road. And I'm going to go in a little bit into out of the sun. Actually, the camera takes better video and I'm not directly in the sun anyway, so. And in a minute we're going to be in Amma Temple. So I'll probably have it in both this larger video and then also in a smaller video too, so. Okay, so you get a pretty good He's gonna wash his car, maybe. And you got this guy's hanging out here. We're gonna keep on walking by. And actually this right here, this footbridge goes to a really nice view. We're gonna capture that in a minute as well. Actually, these are... If I went up to the top of that, you could get a view of this side street, but I'm gonna capture it from this view instead. So, okay. So yeah, this view right here. I think he's gonna capture that as well. Yeah, you got that view, and then actually this whole thing, you can see a really good view up there of that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a video for this. So I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna start the camera from up top. Yeah, that whole street is beautiful. Yeah, let's see that. So once we go up to the top, I'll turn off the camera. I'll turn off right now, and then I'll start up again in a minute. Okay, so actually trying to get the view of that, but we're going to be looking at this in a minute. And that street's not that easy to look at from up here because the camera doesn't zoom in. But I'm gonna try to zoom in right now. I have to turn it off and do something and try to see what we can do. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see that street, but we're gonna walk down it, and it's a pretty interesting spot. So I'm actually right up here at the moment on a bridge. So I'm on this bridge. There's a view of this over here, and we're gonna be going right down this street right there. Okay. So we were just up there, and now I just kind of want to follow this because it looks like a row of old shop houses, I think they call it sometimes. I'm just gonna walk into it a little bit. I've always seen this from up on the bridge, but I've never actually explored it. Okay, so yeah, basically it looks like that. And it looks like I can see like a hole through the roof in one of them. It's hard to see with this camera, but it looks like they look like they're about ready to fall down, basically. So they're very photogenic. The whole street is very photogenic. So okay, so we're just gonna come back this way. I don't know if I can get a better pictures by going down that street with this particular camera. I think I might need my my camera with a zoom, and I can go up and look at the lens inside a little bit. So instead we're just going to keep going. Liquor shop. So okay. I'm going to turn the camera off until we get a little bit closer to the temple. I just turned off the camera. I was just like just there, like one second. And I came across this. This is kind of typical Macau. Turn off the camera and then it's like, oh dang, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, this looks really cool. Too bad it's closed. It's called the Chill Cafe. So yeah, and it's in this yellow architecture. So let's try to take a look at that from the distance a little bit. So yeah, there it is. And actually all this has pretty cool architecture. So these white pillars, and let me go into the shade a little bit. So yeah, the moment you turn off the camera, something's interesting. Like this is interesting right here. Yeah, and actually I don't know how they even get there. There's a wall right here, so they must pretty cool architecture right in there too. I've been wondering how much those things cost. There's a lot of apartments that would not be desirable by locals, but as a foreigner, I find stuff like that pretty interesting. Because there's well, anyways. get out of the sun in a second. Portuguese restaurant coming up right here. Right here. This is Litoral, I think. Oh, a vegetarian restaurant. Huh. So yeah, vegetarian restaurant. It's a Chinese vegetarian restaurant. Here's Litoral. This is the Portuguese I was thinking of that I knew it was over here. I ate over here once and it was it's really good. And I had two guests come in from Japan where I used to live, and they one of them looked up where to eat some of the best restaurants in the city, and they came up with Litoral. So so it's the first time that I ate there, and it was great. Portuguese food is fantastic anyways. Okay. Actually, kind of getting into an interesting place because we're going to be coming up on the Ama Temple in a minute. And in this area there's a lot of car shop stuff. I don't know if we're going to be able to get through here. Actually, that looks pretty congested, but then this other street is even better, so I'm gonna walk down that anyways. Ah, Tyler's red here. He's just always black and white. And because this is such a photo-worthy place here, anyways, I'm gonna turn off the camera for a second and then turn it back on so I can film this cool looking street. Okay, this is called Calçada de Barra. Calçada de Barra. And it has a lot of pretty cool stuff. Calçada de Barra. And some of the stuff that I like is this stuff right here. It's really photogenic. There's also a lot of art galleries in this area too. So this lighthouse is pretty famous in Macau, so a lot of people will film, will go up there, myself included. There's an art gallery too, so I think they're starting to open this up to. This is a Sue's Kitchen is pretty popular everywhere. Huh. That's all in Thai script right there. I thought Sue's Kitchen was Chinese. Maybe it's it's like Vietnamese, Thai. Huh. Didn't realize that Sue's Kitchen was Southeast Asian. This guy's pretty famous. So yeah, this is goes right to Ama Temple, and Ama Temple is a really big tourist attraction. Okay. And this opens up just out of the bottom right there. A good photogenic shot right there, like that. And this opens up into this nice little plaza. This is the temple. I've been up there a few times already, but if there's interest to have me go up there, I can, and I'll film it. I haven't done a YouTube one for it before, but Actually, this is all under construction. Usually that's okay. It's Macau Tower in the distance. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off. If I can. It turns out that this is the direction I need to go. I was hoping it was, because this is actually also very photogenic too. So it's part of the temple. I can definitely come back to Amma Temple another time, and we saw a lot of artwork, and then some of the buildings are kind of interesting. So this is where I'm going. It's called Navy Courtyard, Navy Yard 2, and I did a little research. They're trying to make it also into like a music space, music venue, art exhibition stuff. So I don't know. Kind of looking forward to seeing it because I haven't been to it before. It's cool. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, actually this building has always been pretty interesting to me as well. I'll tell you what though, this part of Macau is not easy to get to. There's not as many buses that come this way, especially from where I live. So I probably only come through here like once every 3 or 4 months. And I've been here about 6 years, so I guess I've been here maybe 20 times over the 6-year period. Okay. Okay, here's this is it. Oficinas Navais. So we're gonna go up and see. Actually, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's see it. I found it. Okay, so this is where the script road is at. So I'm gonna I guess you have to go in over this way. Gonna go on in. Let's see. So advertising. Hello, how are you? I'm gonna go in and see what's going on. I got my little camera, so. Okay, this is what I'm speaking in here. So I'm gonna take a These are some of the books that are here. So we got like stuff from Cape Verde, other Script Road, poets of Angola. So this year they're focusing on poets from Portuguese speaking world. So just take a look real quick. So I found the Script Road, so I'm gonna keep walking. My main goal is just to find it. I got this. You can kind of see this is the festival. Everything's published in Portuguese, Chinese, and English. So and they have films. This year they're focusing on poetry. They have different focuses, but it's always kind of a mix between the Portuguese-speaking world, the Chinese-speaking world, and the English-speaking world. Really, one of my favorite festivals that and Lusophony, my other favorite festival. Both are in Macau, so it's fantastic. They're talking about, they're going to talk about Macau poetry in a little bit. But actually I have some other things I got to do today, so I don't really have the time. I mean, my main goal is just to find it, and then I got a big list of things I have to do for the rest of the day. But I was able to take the camera with me, show you a little bit more of the city, and we're going to be concluding pretty soon. Actually, these buildings are kind of interesting right here. I'll explain the festival. So basically, it's been around for 8 years. I guess I've been here, living here since 2013. So I think that was the second event, and this is the 8th event. So a lot of writers come in. It's promoted quite strongly by the city. There's a lot of support for it. Oops. Yeah, it was just there. It's right there.
Over there.
Yeah, are you going there now?
Yeah, I think I lost my place. Where's the building?
Directly that way. So if you walk right straight that way, you'll see it.
On this side?
On this side.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to pass the Bara temple or no?
No, before.
Before?
Yeah. It's really close. It's actually like maybe like 3 or 4 minutes away.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I was thinking it's over there. Okay, thank you. Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Yeah, it's hard to know if that's a writer or someone who reads a lot. But he's looking for the festival, so. Actually, I think even for locals, I don't know if he's a local or not, but could have been, for sure. But the festival is in a completely different location, so even when I did Google Maps, I couldn't bring it up. So it's a little bit of a challenge for everybody to get to it. And actually, it took me a while to find it as well. Okay, so that's the Script Road, and kind of take you on a little journey today with Macau. And maybe I'll just stick with the camera for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna reorient myself back to where I need to go. So but this corner is kind of interesting, so I might as well keep the camera going. But actually, this little place right here, there's a little way to go up there, and I don't know what it once was, but whenever I go by, it kind of reminds me of something that should be in California. It just the architecture has a very California-like look. It's not typical at all in Spain, or I mean in Macau, but it could be possibly in Spain, maybe, I don't know, because of the, you know, California has a lot of Spanish influence, so don't know the origin of it. Anyways, it's up there, and I'm gonna walk a little bit further, and I'm gonna conclude soon. Get this up there. Posada de Santiago. So I guess it was a bunch of cannons and a fortress was up there, so that was probably something that was overlooking the water historically, but it's been closed to the public as far as I know for quite a while. Anyways, we're going to conclude this video shortly. Before I do, so another little waterway. There's the Macau Tower right there. Yep, it's yeah, actually this is like far. This location is pretty far from everything. I don't know how easy it's gonna get, but I don't know how easy it's gonna be for me to get to another reading there. it's not that convenient, but they have some different locations in different places all over the city, so I don't know, I have to go through the program, and I'll definitely get back to it again, I'm sure, no doubt about it. But it's not as easy because I have to work during the week, so. Alright, this is kind of cool though, the street right here with all the banyans, big banyan trees, and the park benches all overlooking this view. Particularly nice at nighttime. There's a guy walking on the thing. Anyways, this is what these look like. So I think we're gonna conclude, but every time I conclude, I see something interesting that I want to turn the camera back on for. So